Hi, I'm Imogen. Thanks for clicking on this video. I recently went to IKEA as I needed to get some new pots for my larger houseplants, and while I was there I did a bit of filming in the plants and pots section. So I'll get on with the video and show you that now, but stick around to the end where I'll do a haul of what I bought. Okay, so here is an overview of the plant and pot section at my local IKEA, which is the Sheffield one, if you're wondering. Straight away I saw this trolley full of a £2 succulents. There was a spacing sign on top saying epipremnum for some golden pothos, but there weren't any left. Some of the succulents didn't look great, like this moonstone, which had a few shriveled stems with no leaves. Most of the others looked fine, and there was at least one healthy moonstone as well. Opposite, there was the classic IKEA Phalaenopsis orchids in large and smaller sizes, and the small ones had a pot. Some of these didn't look great either, and there was more succulents as well. Moving around, I came across some smallish pots, but I was after larger ones. Then some potted jade plants. They were labelled as Haworthia for some reason, and I do think a couple of these were quite thirsty. Then more succulents and some pots, but again they were smaller than what I was after this time. I do have a lot of these at home, especially the gold and silver ones, as they're great for only £1. These gardening tools were cute and they were on sale at £2. But I didn't need any as I already have my own. There were flowering kalanchoe and some outdoor geraniums too. Then big aloes for £7.50 and the 15cm pots of succulents for £6. There's a few different species in there, and one of the escheverias was flowering. Next to all of the pots were half a dozen mini Mikado Sansevierias. All of these were £3 each for the 5cm pots, which I thought was okay value. Then I was looking at more pots, including larger ones like this grey one, and I was also measuring them. This was called Cadomil. It's £12 and was a lovely forest green colour. Here's what it looks like in the smaller size. Then next to the fake wicker pots, they had these bright blue metal ones called Omfang. And these were exactly the size I was after, so picked one up. There were some lovely big ginseng ficus for £22, and also some jade plants and smaller ficus too. Then we have some big euphorbia for £45, but they are a good metre tall or so and have a few stems in each pot. Then some sad looking purple dianthus. And another IKEA classic is their peace lilies. These are in a section labelled Calathea, which I was a bit confused about, but they had lots of blooms. Although this one on display was clearly desperate to be watered. On a display, I again found an epipremnum label, but it wasn't pothos in the tray, so don't really know where they were. But they obviously had more succulents, including this Curiophycoides, which was previously Sonichiophycoides, and I loved the soft sort of bluish toned stems it had. Then some smaller but correctly labelled peace lilies for £2.50. And finally something different was these mini terrarium jars, which are £7, and I think they had a mixture of sort of ferns and spider plants in for the most part. And below were some Xanthia oppenheimia, also known as the Never Never plants. I couldn't see a price on those. Above were some hanging pots of fishbone cactus or epiphyllum. These are priced at £12, and below was some raindrop peperomia. I found a grey pot that I liked too. Then I made my way to the final trolleys, where there was one English ivy left, also a bunch more succulents and cacti. I was interested in these mini fiddle leaf figs, or Ficus lyrata bambino, as they were really bushy and only a £5, but I decided against getting one this time. Then some dragon trees, more of the curios, also a few big money trees, or Pachira aquatica. This trolley had a couple more of those mini terrariums, but with syngonium or coffee plants inside instead. And mostly more of the same, apart from the bromeliads at the bottom of that trolley, and then finally some parlour palms and euphorbia on this last one. I hope you enjoyed that footage. I was a little bit disappointed as I've seen IKEA have much better plants than what was there on the day. There were a few gaps, so maybe I just went at the wrong time and they were awaiting a delivery, or maybe they've just decided to stop selling the plants that I'd be interested in. I bought 2 pots. So firstly is this blue metal one, which is the Omfeng pot. It's 15 centimetres in diameter and was only £3. The colour is quite bright, so I usually go for kind of black or grey or white pots. So this is a little bit different for me, but it is good because it's really quite lightweight, and obviously it was quite a cheap price for a large pot. The second pot I bought is much more of my usual type, so that is this, which is the Gradfis pot. Again, it's 15 centimetres in diameter, but this was £6. So it's double the price of the other one, but it feels a lot more high quality, it's a lot weightier, and generally feels more sort of sturdy and robust. I like the subtle pattern that's on maybe the top 3/4 of the pot. It's quite simple, so it's not so much that it's distracting, and just makes it a little bit more of an interesting point than a completely plain pot. And that's everything I bought, so it's a bit of a short and sweet video this week, but I hope you still enjoyed seeing what IKEA had in stock and the pots that I bought, and I'll see you next Friday with another planty video. Bye!